Hello, thank you for choosing EV028 E-Trike. After receiving the product, open the packaging box. After opening the carton, take out all parts and accessories of the E-Trike. First, we need to take out all the components. First is the accessory kit. Storage bag, saddle, fenders. Included gift, air pump. Front wheel, also the motor wheel. Rear wheels, the one with the bearing is the left wheel, the one with the slot is the right wheel. Take out the main frame. This is the rear axle. Rear basket. These are all the parts for the entire E-Trike. Remove the protective film from the outer packaging of the main frame. After opening the packaging, take out all accessories from the packaging box and place them neatly. First, look at this. This is the main frame of the E-Trike. This is the rear axle. 3 wheels. Each wheel is different. The wheel with the slot is the right wheel. The one with bearings. The one with bearings on both sides is the left wheel. The front wheel is the motor wheel. This is the seat. Fender stays. Pedals. And these small parts. Derailleur. Disc brake caliper. Disc brake rotor. Chain. Shifter/brake lever combo. And zip ties. Front brake cable. These are the included gifts. Rear view mirror. Bike lock, combination lock. Kickstand. Chain tool. Multi-function wrench. Air pump. Look over here. This is the rear storage basket. And 3 fenders. Inside the storage basket is the fabric bag. These are all the parts for the entire E-Trike. After opening the packaging and taking out the parts, be sure to check carefully before proceeding with assembly. First, find the rear derailleur. Use a hex wrench to install the rear derailleur onto the rear axle. When installing, make sure to align with the screw holes. Then, remove the screws from both sides of the rear axle. Install the left and right wheels onto the left and right ends respectively. The wheel with the slot aligns with the slot and insert the axle pin, making sure it fully inserts into the wheel hub. Then install the washers and lock nuts. The other wheel has bearings on both sides, and both are through-hole bearings. Remember, the center sleeve must be placed in the middle. Then, like the left wheel, install the washers and lock nuts. Tighten the nuts. Tighten to an appropriate degree. Then put on the dust cap. Press it on by hand. Similarly, tighten the nuts for the other wheel. And cover with the dust cap. Now the two wheels on the rear axle are installed. Next step. Connect the front and rear frames together. The rear fork ends correspond to the hooks on the rear axle. Insert parallelly. Position the screws. Then use a wrench to tighten the screws. Use the same method on both sides. To tighten all 4 screws. Note: when tightening the screws, the nuts must be tightened securely in one go, to prevent loosening later, as these are lock nuts. Find the disc brake rotor. Fix the disc brake rotor onto the motor wheel. Use a hex wrench to tighten the screws. There are 6 screws in total. When tightening the screws, tighten them diagonally. Install the front wheel into the front fork. Note: there is a torque washer. It corresponds to the notch on the front fork. Make sure it is correctly positioned. Then use an adjustable wrench to tighten the nut. When fixing the screws, please check if the tire is centered in the front fork. Next step. Find the handlebar. Unscrew the protective rubber covers on the handlebar. Then loosen the central nut slightly. The protective covers can be removed and are not needed. Put on the dust cap. Insert into the front fork stem. Adjust the handlebar to a comfortable angle. Use a hex wrench to tighten the screw on the handlebar stem. Adjust the height according to personal preference. Find a suitable height and direction. Then put on the dust cap. From the accessory kit, take out the front light bracket. Install it on the front fork. Align the front light bracket and clamp it onto the main stem of the front fork. Then secure with screws. The other side, use the same method. To install the headlight bracket. Pass a bolt through the bracket and rubber pad. To fix the headlight onto the bracket. The other side, fix it in the same way. Use a crosshead screwdriver to tighten the screws on both sides of the main light bracket, preventing loosening. Adjust the headlight to a suitable angle. Then use a wrench to secure the headlight. Take out the size 3 hex wrench. Loosen the screw on the display unit. Then install the display onto the handlebar stem. Fix the display onto the handlebar. Gently pry open the bracket on the display. Match the anti-slip rubber sleeve with the display mounting bracket. Both sides use the same method. Then install the screw. Use a wrench to tighten. After tightening, you can adjust the display to a suitable viewing angle. Install the display switch button on the left handlebar at the same time. Loosen the screw. Use a wrench to tighten the screw. Adjust the angle appropriately. Find the front fender. Install the front fender onto the frame of the front fork. First, loosen the screws. There are 3 screws on the frame. 1 on top, 2 at the bottom. After loosening the screws, insert the front fender between the 2 main legs of the front fork. Put on the screws and lock nuts. Use a screwdriver to secure the fender stay wire. Tighten again. Tighten firmly to prevent loosening. Now the front fender installation is complete. Check the angle. You can adjust the fender by bending it slightly if needed. Chain installation. Thread the chain through the rear sprocket, cassette. Then guide it from the sprocket into the rear derailleur. Pay attention to the chain routing. It should pass along the guide pulley and tension pulley. Then connect the chain ends. After connecting, use the chain tool to push the chain pin in until it is flush. Note: push it in, then check. Don't push too hard and damage it. Then manually rotate the pedals. To ensure smooth operation, place the chain onto the front chain ring. Then pedal by hand and check if the chain can rotate normally. Open the shifter cable end, preventing it from forming a tight knot. Thread the cable inner wire into the cable housing. Then, from the rear, adjust the derailleur positioning. There are two screws on the derailleur, marked with letters H and L respectively. These are for adjusting the limits. L is for the low gear limit adjustment, i.e., adjustment for the largest sprocket. H is for the high gear limit, i.e., adjustment for the smallest sprocket, 7th gear. Then, thread the derailleur cable into the derailleur. Secure the cable to the derailleur. Pull the cable taut. Check if the cable housing is properly seated. Further riding adjustments can be made later. Install the rear brake cable into the brake lever. Rotate and adjust the nut to the correct position, so the brake cable enters the brake lever. Thread it through to the rear disc brake caliper. Then pull the cable tight, and secure the brake cable. While pulling the cable tight, check the gap of the disc brake pads. Keep the gap between 1 to 2 mm. Pull the cable tight and lock it. Take the front disc brake caliper from the accessory kit. Install it on the front fork. Clip the caliper onto the brake disc mount. Then install the 2 screws. Use a hex wrench to tighten them. Adjust the disc brake caliper. While adjusting and tightening the disc brake caliper nuts, pull the brake arm upwards, keeping it in the locked position. Tighten the disc brake caliper. Ensure the disc brake rotor is centered in the caliper. Then tighten the top and bottom screws. Find the front brake cable. Open the brake lever. Hook the front end into the slot. Then thread the brake cable through the cable guide. After threading it through, loosen the screw on the brake arm. Then thread the inner cable through the brake arm. Pull the brake arm upwards. Adjust to the appropriate position. Then lock it tight. Install the pedals onto the cranks. The pedal with the R marking is the right pedal. Turn it clockwise. Use a wrench to secure it onto the crank. When tightening, remember to tighten firmly in one go until it won't turn further, to prevent loosening and stripping the threads. The pedal in the center. With L is the left pedal. Install it on the crank. The left pedal rotates counterclockwise. Forward direction. Use a wrench to secure it, preventing loosening and thread stripping. Now both pedals are installed. Saddle installation. Insert the seat post into the seat tube. Adjust to a suitable height. Turn the screw on the quick release seat clamp. Press down the quick release lever to lock the seat post. Loosen the screw on the saddle. Then adjust the angle of the saddle. After adjustment, use a wrench to tighten the screw and fix the saddle. When tightening, make sure to tighten securely in one go. Tightening a second time later might affect the grip and cause slipping. Rear fender assembly. Find the fenders and stays. Then use screws to fix the stays onto the fender. Each fender has 3 stays. Each stay comes with a screw. Fix the screws onto the fender. Install the 3 stays onto the fender one by one. Now one fender is assembled. Assemble the other fender in the same way. Fix the fender stays onto the frame of the rear axle. This step is done using screws for fixation. 3 mounting holes correspond to 3 screws, nuts, and washers. Installation diagram. Use a wrench to hold the bolt on the outside. Use a crosshead screwdriver to slightly tighten the other side. After installing screws and nuts, Adjust the angle, then tighten the screws again. Install the other fender using the same method. Now the fender installation is complete. Install the rear basket. Find the rear basket. Remove the 4 screws from the frame. Place the rear basket onto the frame. Align the mounting holes. Insert the 4 screws through the holes. Then use a wrench to tighten the screws one by one. Tighten each screw securely. Motor wire connection. First, check the 2 connectors on the motor wire. There is an arrow on each. Align and connect according to the arrow direction. Make sure to push the connector in firmly until it clicks. Then use a zip tie to secure it to the frame. Cable wrap installation. Follow the method in the video to wrap the brake cables, power wires, and other lines together. Ensure the wiring is neat and tidy, without obstruction. Now the assembly is complete. These are the included gifts, including rear view mirror, bike lock, simple tools, phone holder, etc. Install the rear view mirror into the reserved hole on the brake lever. There is also a phone holder, which is also installed on the handlebar. You can decide whether to install these based on your personal usage habits. Check the power and operation of the tricycle. First, turn the key to the on position. Now the power is on. Check the power connection cable again. Push it firmly inward until it is fully inserted. The display power switch is on the left handlebar. Press and hold the M button for 3 seconds. The display will show the boot up status. This is the pedal assist level for the tricycle. Press the up arrow button to increase the assist level. Press once to increase by 1 level, it becomes level 2. Press again for level 3. Press again for level 4. Press again for level 5. Similarly, press the down arrow button to decrease the level. Level 4, 3, 2, 1. Finally is level 0. In level 0, the motor drive is off. This button is the headlight switch. Press once to turn on the headlight. Press again to turn off. Below is the horn button. These are the brake levers and the parking switch. When braking or the parking brake is engaged, the power is cut off. When using, always check. Only when released, and the brake levers return to position, can the electric drive be used. Both sides use the same method. Thank you for watching.